Joining us on the first part of this year in review episode, please welcome back to the show retired Army Major, former West Virginia State Senator, former congressional candidate, and former presidential candidate, Richard Ojeda.
How you doing?
Hey. Richard, welcome back.
Always a pleasure to be on there, Tom.
Yeah. I have been listening to your show, Ojeda Live, religiously. I should say you have been, you're always very animated. You always get to the point. But in the past month or month and a half, I would say you've definitely been you've definitely been motivated. You've been on fire, I'd say, to say the least.
I mean, I think that everybody should be. At this point right now, there's three branches of government. There's the legislative branch, the judicial branch, and the executive branch. I have not seen an Elon Musk branch. And you know what? I mean, I kind of feel like we're watching our democracy, being taken from us. And this is the time for people to be angered. This isn't the time to play nice with these people.
Yeah, I mean, he literally bought an entire election just with the use of his platform.
Yeah, if you want to get rid of immigrants, start with him. The guy who shows up and buys an election, who uses his platform to spew nothing but lies. It just sickens me to realize, how can we be in this situation? How did this guy get the ability to do the things that he's been able to do? I mean, it kills me when I keep hearing people talk about immigration. And what they're doing is they're talking about light brown people to dark brown people. That's all they care about. They don't care about people like Elon Musk. And once again, as far as I'm concerned, this guy stole the election. I can give to any candidate who is running for federal office $2,800 for the primary election and $2,800 for the general election. $5,600 is all that I am allowed to give. But this jackaloon can daggone spend $250 million for Donald Trump, and he can use his platform to spew absolute lies. And we already know that the things that he said were absolute lies. I mean, how is it that this guy gets to prey on the poorly educated and he gets to win? I mean, that's the downside to this is I'm starting to realize that, we have the billionaire class and the rules and regulations that we are held accountable to, they're not. And we're starting to see that. We're starting to see that.
But I would submit that the interesting part is that most of the people who put him in place were not billionaires. So it's a bit ironic, right? But I mean, obviously Elon made a lot of things happen, but the people who support him largely, they don't have a pot to piss in.
Look, I come from Southern West Virginia. I'm telling you, I cannot tell you how many times I've driven by homes where the only thing that was holding the front porch up was the Trump flag. I mean, and I don't understand it. The poorest people that struggle the most, and, literally they think that he is their guy. When Donald Trump showed up, believe it or not, I was running for Congress in 2018. And it was the R+54, and I was actually winning. I was ahead of Carol Miller. And Donald Trump come to Charleston, West Virginia, put on a coal miner's cap, and acted like he was working an invisible shovel. And they were like, "It's like baby Jesus." And that was it. I mean, my numbers started to drop. And what's really messed up is that it still doesn't matter. You don't have to do anything for these people. All you have to do is claim Trump. Let me tell you something. Carol Miller, the woman who defeated me, just won her 4th term in Congress. Do you know that she's never brought one single penny back to West Virginia except a $3.1 million PPP loan for her? And she keeps getting elected, and she keeps getting elected because all you have to do is go on the daggone television and go, "I'll do whatever Donald Trump wants." And the people absolutely go crazy for it. They're going to get nothing from this. As a matter of fact, their lives are going to get worse. If you think that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are going to elevate the poor out of poverty, goodness gracious, then you must have voted for Donald Trump.
Right. And that's the irony of it all, is that most of us who didn't support him we're actually probably going to be less impacted by some of the taxes that he puts in place. Some of us may even benefit from some of the programs that he puts in place, but we know better, right? So that's the interesting part of it. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll be okay, but there are a lot of other people who won't.
yeah. I tell everybody all the time. I'm like, look, I said I'm going to be able to survive a lot longer than you will. I guarantee you. You're barely right now where your nose is above the waterline. Well, my chin is above the waterline, so I'm going to last longer than you're going to last.
Yeah.
But make no mistake about it, you're about to feel some serious pain because these people don't care about nobody. Let me tell you something. All they want is more tax cuts. And let me tell you something. You cannot quench the greed in these people. It doesn't matter. We already know that Elon Musk is eyeing the trillionaire title. That's what he wants. And make no mistake about it. If he makes it, he probably will within the next 6 months, the way things are going. He's not going to stop at $1 trillion. He's going to want $2 trillion. It doesn't matter. And we also know that it never trickles. Anytime they think that there's any money that might trickle down to anybody else, they find a bigger plate. That's exactly what happens. And the people that really, really did love Donald Trump because he says the same things that we say, those are the ones that are going to be hurt the most. And look, there is going to come a time when we do get to say, we told you so. We told you so. But make no mistake about it. We're not happy about that. We told you that you shouldn't have supported this guy. But make no mistake about it, you're being hurt, but there's also a lot of people that we love that are also going to be hurt. And that is what's really messed up.
Yeah.
And on that note, it's time to go ahead and say a big thank you and goodbye to Richard.
I had a great time.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate the conversation. Y'all have a happy holidays.
Joining us in the second part of this episode to discuss the year, please welcome back to the show, Alyson Chadwick.
Awesome. Thank you.
Alyson, welcome back to the show. Pleasure having you. How's
Good to
your
be here. Thank you.
yeah? How's your 2024 been? What's your view of it and how things have gone?
I'm pretty much a dumpster fire and a train wreck. Politically, anyway. Like they have a cruise that you can take for 2 or 4 years to escape the Trump administration. And if I could take my cats, I would figure out a way to do that cruise. But can't take your cats, so I'm stuck in the United States under the Elon's dictator-in-chief, President Musk. Yes.
Right.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but I'm going on a cruise tomorrow, so it's all going to be good.
Nice.
Are you staying through inauguration?
Unfortunately, I'll be back January 2nd.
Yeah. So I know somebody who told me yesterday that she is very specifically leaving the country, I think on the 18th, to go to London and just gonna be there for a bit.
That sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
Nothing says, let's celebrate Martin Luther King Day, like inaugurating
Oh,
Cheeto.
please don't remind me.
Well, I think I did read something where I think it was Martin Luther King's niece or something. It's Bernice King, I think, who said that something along the lines where it's sort of a blessing in disguise that the inauguration's happening on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, because that brings to the forefront like everything that he taught. It sort of reminded us of what we're still fighting and still struggling for to an extent.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say we should be peaceful.
We'll be peaceful at 11:59 in the afternoon, and then once 12 noon hits, it's all systems a go.
Yeah, right. Good times.
Alyson, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your cruise, by the way. By the time this episode comes out, you will be relaxing far better than
Absolutely. Yeah.
than the rest of us. What about when you come back? Got anything planned?
On January 11th, I'll be at a room 52 in New York City. It's 212 East 52nd Street. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 7.
Awesome. Well, you
Awesome.
definitely want to go check that out. Thank you so much, Alyson.
Bye,
Thank
Alyson.
you.
Thank you
for having
Alyson.
me.
And joining us in the final part of this episode to discuss 2024, please welcome back to the show, Sidney Allen.
Yay.
Yeah.
How's it going? How y'all doing?
All good things, man. All good things. Welcome back. It's been a while. Been way too long. Pleasure seeing you. How's your 2024 been since we're kind of wrapping things up for the year?
It's been an interesting year. You know, going to face a little bit of tragedy. Um, Financially, it's been probably one of my best years ever, especially as an artist. I got to
All
say that, but
right.
at the same time, I've suffered some family tragedy. So it's just like I'm at a point now, like remember in Click when he finally got where he was going, but it came at a big price. He even said it to himself. All your dreams finally came true, huh, moron? Like that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I'm at a point. I've reached the point that I can't go back. I'm too far in. But yeah, it's been a very interesting year for me. Very
I mean, yeah, there
interesting.
usually is a lot of like hardship and sacrifice and heartache to get to where one wants to go, which seems to be the perfect metaphor for where we're at now. We're kind of in the middle of all that at the moment.
Amen to that. Yes. Mm.
I mean, hopefully we get to where we want to go. Shit.
I tell you this right now. From what I'm seeing between these drones and everything, it's 2025. 25 is going to be a kind of a big ass reveal. I feel like, we'll see.
I don't know that there is a way to prepare oneself for what we're about to see.
There isn't. Just don't panic and pace yourself and go the opposite direction that everyone else is going. Don't.
You're right.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you were on the right show for that. I'll tell you what, right now.
Appreciate it, man. I'm in the right show. I'm gonna bring my mom here one day just for you, Jeff.
No, dear God in heaven, don't you dare.
Hey, Jeff. She got 6 more flags on that truck, man.
And on that note, that was 2024, and that's our show. I want to thank Jeff Hyson, Gina Brown, Jess Feeney, Richard Ojeda, Alyson Chadwick, and Sidney Allen.
Yay,
All
thanks,
right.
Mom.
Always happy to be here.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year, everybody.